How often do you ponder which motors are going to be the next big thing? Which of today's crop will be remembered with the best of them? Perhaps the Suzuki Jimny will, in fact, be revered until the end of time. And maybe the Alpine A110 will forever be the king of all small mid-engine sports cars. While we have a think about those, here are 5 of the best possible future classics you can get your mitts on right now. You'll be hard-pressed to find a Porsche that isn't celebrated, coveted and generally adored by someone somewhere. And in recent years there have been some utterly brilliant motors. The 997 generation 911 GTS though is a special one, a sort of greatest hits package of the 997 era cars. It came with a wide body, centre-lock wheels and a 402 brake horsepower, 310 pound-foot, 3.8 litre naturally aspirated flat 6. On top of all of that, you got a noisy set of pipes, tasteful body upgrades and a number of tasty colours to choose from. It drives brilliantly, giving you a bit more edge over the more standard 911s of the era, but not being GT3 hard and therefore a pain to live with. It came in coupe or cabriolet bodies, and you could choose between a quick but not as involving PDK box or a 6-speed stick. While you could have it as a 4-wheel driver, the sensible money will go on a manual rear drive car, the purest choice and one that comparatively few people made. They go for keen money now, and that'll likely only go up. Taking things to British shores, now it's out of production, the Lotus Elise is a good bet for somewhere to put your money. Over 3 generations and a quarter of a decade, the little Elise found plenty of fans. The one to go for is something of a sweet spot, the S2 111R. It came with a tricky cammed 1.8 litre Toyota motor with 189 brake horsepower, and because it weighed comparatively little, it was extremely quick. As it's a comparatively simple thing, servicing and upkeep is, well, cheap-ish, and you could even spec air conditioning if you fancy a thin layer of luxury. It's not heavy on the luxuries, and good luck hearing the radio at 70 miles an hour, but get one of these on a back road and you'll have an absolute blast, especially when you push it past 4,500 RPM and its engine explodes into life. There were faster releases and more hardcore ones, but the little 111R is where it's at. Few will think future classic and then immediately jump to Vauxhall. But hear me out, the Monaro was one of the good ones. A coupe big enough to fit your family in with a manual gearbox, rear drive and a stonking great naturally aspirated V8 up front. Okay, it's not the smartest thing to look at, but it's a rare thing. Born in Australia as a Holden, it's Aussie muscle at its finest. As capable and comfortable at doing the school run as it is, well, truly massive skid. An E55 AMG without the I'm better than you image that went with it. An unlikely hero, but a cool one. You can't have a future classics list without a hot hatch, but I'm not plumping for the Golf R, even though that's almost certainly going to be one. Instead, I'm going a little bit left field with what's essentially a roller skate, the Audi S1 Quattro. Based on Audi's smallest car, the A1, the S1 Quattro had all the makings of a proper little weapon. Quattro gave it immense grip, while the tried and tested 𝙀𝙃𝙃𝙍𝙁 2-litre Turbo 4 provided 228 brake horsepower, enough for a 5.8 second 0 to 62 time and a 155 mile an hour top speed. Because it's tiny, it feels properly quick, while its quad exhaust let out a properly exciting noise. And the 6-speed manual added an element of proper engagement to it. You won't find anything quite like it today, especially in yellow, which was the S1's best hue. Get one in and enjoy it. Another Audi to round the list off, but it's a special one, a manual V8 Audi R8. Audi's first go at a supercar was a fantastic one. It had looks to kill, even if the side blades took a little while to get used to, and The 4.2-litre 414 brake horsepower V8 sounded incredible from the off. It got a little bit more power as time went on, and a nip and a tuck, but those early cars were something else. Quattro grip, plenty of grunt, and a 6-speed gated manual made it a surefire future classic almost before the first customer cars turned a wheel. It, well, almost made the V10 Gallardo look a little much-ish. Oh, and Iron Man drove one, which gives it a little extra cool if you're an MCU nerd. What do you think of my list of future classics? Do you like them? Do you loathe them? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.